Hi, we are here with
Richard Pini.
And what is your climb to fame?
Lord, probably the smartest thing I ever did was to marry Wendy, because she's an amazing artist, an amazing storyteller, and when she sat me down in April of 1977 and said, I got an idea for a story, you want to help? I said yes. That's my claim to fame, and I've been facilitating Elfquest ever since.
And that was this right here.
That was, yep.
So did you ever expect Elfquest to be the big success it is today?
No. We started, all we wanted to do was to do something that we would enjoy doing, that maybe we'd make a few dollars. We started literally in our garage. The first issue sold out. We did the second issue with the profits from the first issue. That snowball just kept gathering and gathering and gathering. And we're still surprised to this day.
So how about the new Masque of the Red Death? Are you doing the art for that?
Oh, heavens no. See, that's a total Wendy project. She had the idea to take Edgar Allan Poe's original 8-page little tone poem, to expand it into a futuristic, quite erotic, very dark, fully realized with characters, exploration of a very dystopic future.
So I got one question for you. In Elfquest, when the two humans they meet, it was rumored that they were based off you and your wife. Is that true?
I'm surprised that it's still considered to be a rumor, because it's one of the most poorly kept secrets of all time.
Remember,
yes.
Just because it's a secret still means it's a rumor.
Well, that's true too. No, but Nona and Adar, that's Wendy and me, sort of like doing the Alfred Hitchcock walk-on. Except that we had more to play in Elfquest than Hitch did.
It's more like Walt Disney talking to his characters on The Wonderful World of Disney.
There's a certain element of truth to that, because the characters do talk to us, we talk to them, we argue a lot, sometimes we get along, but that's where stories come from.
Characters grow on their own, actually. That's what makes them fun.
They do. We started Elfquest in 1978, and as it was originally planned, it was going to be a 15-issue series. About 2/3 of the way through, there's a character called Winnowill, and she was going to be a villainess, but she was going to be a walk-on. She walked on, she demanded 5 issues for her very own. She took over the thing.
Well, look at Ming the Merciless, Darth Vader. You know, all these characters take a life of their own.
They do. They do. And sometimes you just have to let them go, because if you don't, if you try to, like, tell them what to do, they don't like it.
That's what's the problem with the original series and the new series of Star Wars. Luke is trying to tell Vader what to do, and it just doesn't work.
You're absolutely right.
Kind of marginalized the character from the original series.
You're absolutely right.
Made it mid-management McDonald's management.
Well, as I say, they have a excuse me. As I say, they have a life of their own, and we're in a good relationship with them.
Like Roddenberry was with his Enterprise crew.
Yes, yes. That I still think that the original series has the greatest heart and soul of any of the Trek that's been done since.
Well, it was a show that actually utilized every character. Unlike Next Gen, you have characters that were good, but none of them really could work together as a unit.
That's true, and you never had the chemistry in Next Gen or any of the others that you had between the three,
the big three as they were called.
The big three in the original series of Spock and Kirk and McCoy, head, hand, and heart.
Yeah. So, out of all the character design, I don't mean to change the subject, out of all the character designs in Elfquest, which is your one favorite character design?
You know, it's like asking a parent who's your favorite child, and that's
we won't tell the rest of them, okay?
No, it's just okay. It's an impossible question to answer. Something that would be more meaningful is, which character do you most closely identify with? And that's an easy one. That's Skywise, number one, because he's an astronomer, and that is my schooling, and that is my love. But also he's an imp. He's a scamp. He just loves to have a good time, and he's a wise ass. And, that's me.
Well, thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Any last words you'd like to share about Elfquest or people who want to get into art, into comics?
You know, we got into it, as Wendy said, at a time when the circumstances were vastly different. It's may be more difficult today, but in some ways it's a lot easier because you have the web. You have digital tools that we never had. I would say if you got it in you and it's got to come out, put it out there. Whether one person sees it or 10,000, it's out there, and that's what storytelling is about.
Kind of like what Robert Rodriguez said. For every bad idea you have, there's always one good idea. Just get it out there.
And I forget who said this, but the best way to have a good idea is to have a lot of ideas.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're quite welcome.